I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out.
That's why he's the best player in the game.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
So because you know what you want, the world's giving you exactly the information you need to become better at it.
Because you know what you're looking for.
So many guys tell stories about your work ethic.
Yeah.
What was really your work ethic like, and for how long did you stay disciplined?
Well, I mean, every day. I mean, since 20 years. I mean, it was an everyday process and trying to figure out strengths and weaknesses. For example, jumping ability. My vertical was a 40. It wasn't a 46 or a 45. My hands are big, but they're not massive. Right? So you got to figure out ways to strengthen them so your hands are strong enough to be able to palm a ball and do the things that you need to do. Quickness, I was quick, but not insanely quick. I was fast, but not ridiculously fast. Right? So I had to rely on skill a lot more. I had to rely on angles a lot more. I had to study the game a lot more. And but I enjoyed it though. So like from the time I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game and it just never changed. It's a good separation for me, emotionally, to be able to put
Yo, peace and blessings and peace. It's the boy Joamel Reese, and welcome to another show of Just a Thought. You know what I'm saying? Today, man, we are talking about alter your mindset, alter your life, alter your condition, alter your conditioning, alter your life. Same focus, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about being able to just get to that mindset of learning how to be a winner for yourself, man. Learning how to be able to get past the past, getting past the past, letting go, learning that there's nothing in your way that's stopping you from being able to get to that place that you need to, and being able to push past that conditioning. The conditioning is what keeps us always locked in. You know what I'm saying? So what is a conditioning? A conditioning is a thing that you learn from maybe growing up in this type of environment, fast-paced things that you're just used to, that you haven't created good habits. You come from a place where you were taught certain things and you just adapt. We're creatures of habit, you know what I'm saying? And where we're around something that may be quote unquote negative, some of us don't even know that we're in negative environments. We grow up in negative environments because of the conditioning that we're in, you know what I'm saying? And so learning how to be able to say, step back and realize that it may be something that's going on. Realizing that, you know what? I don't always may have the answers, and it's okay to not have the answers. But to not waste my time sitting here trying not to fix things about myself. I think the worst thing in the world is to know that it's something that you would like to change about yourself and to never do it. And to always make an excuse about it. But then when someone else is doing something that we don't like, we're always quick to point at them and their failures, or point at them and say what they should be doing and what they could be doing. But we're never looking at ourselves and our own condition and our own state of mind to be able to say, you know what? It's something that we could be doing that could be different, to be able to alter our life, to be able to alter our mindset. You know what I'm saying? So I want to tune you guys into another episode of Just a Thought. It's always a beautiful time here on and just thankful to be here with y'all, man. It's just getting better and better as we get ready to grow with these podcasts, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you a video of my man Michael Beckwin. Sorry about that. My man Michael Beckwin just talking about changing our minds, man. Changing our minds.
Well, what if can also be used positively. What if everything works out? What if I have more than enough money? You can go there and you'll get to what is. Because what is that right here and right now, all of the power, all of the presence, all of the intelligence, all of the love, all that is already here. It's already here. It may be latent within us, but it is here. And as we begin to think like that and contemplate that truth, our frequency rises. We begin to hang in that awareness. Now, what has happened is that individuals have normalized fear, which means their attention is more on what they don't want than on what they do want. So what people don't understand is that anything you don't want, you're having a relationship with it. It's existing and you're not wanting it. And so people walk out, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to crack the Rona. I don't want to catch the coronavirus. I don't want to. So in that moment, if I don't want to, the law doesn't distinguish between what you want and don't want. It only knows what you're interested in. And so if you're interested in not getting robbed, not getting poor, not catching a disease, you're in relationship with that. And then that's what you manifest. Now, you may not manifest that exactly, but your body temple doesn't know the difference.
Let's stop right there. To understand how powerful we are, you have to actually take a step back and realize that at any given time, excuse me, we are being given exactly what it is that we want. No matter what it is, even when, like he said, when you're going into a thing where you don't want this, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be this, you're in relationship with it. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between it. Your subconscious just wants you to be happy, so it'll give you anything. So if you're telling it this and telling it this, it believes that it's in a relationship with that. So it's never going to get past, and that's a conditioning. And what you got to do is to stop cursing yourself. I told myself the other day, I was just like, I want to get to this place where I don't even want to talk where people are doing something that's maybe wrong or what. I don't even want to talk about that, because cursing them is like cursing myself. And getting past that place where it's like, hey, you know what? Wishing every spirit a blessed time here on earth. Because the reality of it is as long as I've been living, the most hardest thing that I've learned is to be yourself. And I understand how hard it is for other people, for them to even be themselves. So I had to learn how to take a step back and stop giving people a hard time, because I used to have a hard time being myself and even accepting myself. A lot of the things, all these things that we reflect on to others, or we try to push off on others, is really just a reflection of ourselves. It's really just the insecure parts of our insecure nature of ourselves. We have to be a part of this. We have to be a part of this. We don't even like being alone. We can't stand the thought about it being alone. Even when we think we're alone, even when we go and think we're alone, we go out and go do something to go and bring instant gratification to ourselves. We'll go and buy a pair of clothes. We'll go and buy a pair of shoes. We'll go and buy this because we want to feel close. We want that attachment to things. And learning how to be able to alter our mindset and alter the way we are comes with just complete detachment of the attachments. You learn that it's really not that bad. That life actually isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. And that something in the cosmos and something in the air really wants you to win. You got to stop looking at your losses like losses or negatively. Take it all in. The more I've opened my eyes up, when I used to view something as a loss, it was the thing that I was getting pushed right into. I was getting pushed right into my blessing. It always happens that way. Even when it's like something that seems like it's bad about to happen. You know, you can be in a relationship and then you lose the relationship and you feel like that's the end of your world. You lose the relationship and then soon as you lose that relationship, boom, something good starts happening. Boom, something good starts happening. And it's like, you know what? That's when you know that that you are actually lined up with the universe. And everybody is, because it happens, everything good's happening for everybody, because there's no such thing as a mistake here. You are not in a mistake. You're perfect. You were perfectly made. You're made in the perfect image. The only problem is that we get to earth and we start thinking that we're a body. The craziest thing. You start believing that this is actually real. And I read a quote one time, and some of these books that I'm reading, and it said, I was telling some friends this, some coworkers today, and I was telling them the only thing that is real is the only thing that doesn't change. And when I say that, I'm like, man, when I heard that, I was like, what do you mean by the only thing that is real is the only thing that doesn't change? The only thing that doesn't change is me inside. I still feel like the 5-year-old or the 6-year-old or you can't tell me I'm not 10. You can't tell me that I'm not still a kid. You can't tell me that, because I still feel the same way. But through this lifetime, I've changed many bodies. I've been the baby body, the teenage body, the 21-year-old body, the 30-year-old body, the big body, the little body, the athletic body. I've been everything. And through all of them, the only thing that didn't change was me. I always feel the same. The spirit, it never changed. So that lets you know that you are not the body. You are all kind of bodies, and I look forward to being the body with the gray hair and the you know, just the other body that comes along with this stuff. But learning that the only thing that is real is the thing that doesn't change, and that is you. And altering your mind and altering your activities and the way that you want to be able to see your life is the only way that you can progress here. I'm going to go into a video with one of my like favorite guys right now, my man Bob Proctor, and he's talking about negative mindsets. So check this out.
To build a negative idea here over something that someone did to you, and then letting ourselves get emotionally involved in it, and we move into the same vibration. Now think. I don't care how justified you may feel in holding a resentment. It's a dumb game. Ray Stanford used to tell me it was like throwing dust into a strong wind at someone else. You know where the dust is going to end up. You may feel justified, but I'm going to tell you, a person of understanding will not do it. Will not do it. That is an act, a mental act of ignorance. Love them. The law will see that they get their reward for what they did. You don't have to look after that. And as long as you're holding that resentment in your mind, it's like replaying the same thing over and over again, and the same physical experience is taking place. You're moving into that vibration. I had a good doctor friend of mine that says rheumatism or arthritis is nothing but frozen hate. It's dwelling on things like that. Dries up the joints in the body. What's guilt? I've done things in the past I'm not proud of. I'm quite certain you have. Many of you. And they bothered me for a long time. They really did. And I wasn't able to get rid of it. So I went to see a psychiatrist. He ended up working with us. That's true. He helped me, but I helped him too. And just through a series of right questions, I developed an awareness. It was gone.
So, with that being said, man, you end up being the one that's hurt from everything. When you think that you're doing somebody a you feel like you're hurting somebody by not talking to them, and you're hurting somebody by not doing this to them and doing this to them. You're not hurting anybody but yourself. Move on. Move on in love. It's okay to still speak. It's okay to still be cordial. You know what? I'm thankful for anything and any opportunity that I've ever had to be able to have learning a lesson with anybody. I don't want to ever look at any lesson that I learned with anybody as it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. At the particular time, it may have been the thing that may have been able to like it may have felt like it was the worst thing in the world. But then as you keep on living, you understand that you know what? That was part of the conditioning. Looking back is always going to be part of conditioning. You're going to always look back because you're scared to look forward. Looking forward is what 95 to 98% of human beings can't do. They can't do it because they're so busy stuck being in condition. They'll know that something is wrong for them and they'll still stay in condition. All because it feels comfortable. But let me tell you something about comfortable. It may feel good, but you're not going anywhere. And it doesn't feel good to not go anywhere. It's all about growth. And most individuals and most human beings are afraid to grow because being in a certain environment, it's just comfort. It's comfortable. It feels good. But what's the point of feeling good when you're not reaching the levels or not succeeding to the level that you want to, when you're seeing all the people? Then, and that's also another thing, is self-gratification. A lot of the times, you know, we don't have any kind of image of ourselves or how we paint ourselves, where when we see another individual reaching things that we think that we should be reaching, we feel a certain way inside of our bodies. Let go. Let go. Alter that conditioning. You don't have to worry or be like everybody else. That's what makes you authentically you. That's what makes you the version that people love to be able to tune into. I had wrote something down, man, and I was like, one of the hardest things I've had to learn is to take things for what they are and not for what I thought they were. I said, one of the hardest things that I had to do was to take things for what they were and not for what I thought they were. And, you know, sometimes, man, you can condition yourself to believe that somebody is this way or somebody's that way. And in reality, it's always been the way that you saw it. You just tried to trick yourself to believe that it was another way. It was the conditioning. You got comfortable. You got stuck. You started feeling good. Breaking the conditioning helps you be able to start looking into yourself, looking into your inner self, and start seeing, you know what? Am I really living the life that I want to live? Am I really being comfortable for me? Or am I doing this for another individual? Am I being comfortable for them? Before you know it, you start getting rid of all these things in your life, and it's just all of a sudden, things just start taking off. And you're on this magic carpet ride, and you don't even know how you got to the magic carpet ride. All you know is that you're on the ride, and it finally feels good. And that's what it's all about, man. It's about getting to that level to be able to feel good about yourself and feel good about the things that you're doing here in this life, man. Not having any regrets about leaving things here. You only get one shot in this body to be able to make it right. Take your time. Take your time. I think it's a shame if you don't try to be able to get to the next level while you're here and push yourself here while you're here. If you planned on 2023 being able to reach some goals that you wanted to be able to get to, man, why don't you go ahead and push yourself to those goals and stop playing with yourself? You know what I'm saying? You don't have 1,000 years. The only time you got is now, right now. And if you think or you feel like you got a magic card in your back pocket that tells you that you're going to live tomorrow, I'd like to see it, because nobody has one. Change right now, coming out of the conditioning, being able to learn how to lift your spirit up to another level. We're going to go back in with my man, the late, great Kobe Bryant. You know, he's always talking about something, so check him.
So you look at the shot, every shot was online. Every shot was online, but every shot was short. Right? I got to get stronger. I got to train differently. The weight training program that I'm doing, I got to tailor it for an 82-game season so that when the playoffs come around, my legs are stronger and that ball gets there. So I look at it with rationale and say, okay, well, the reason why I shot air balls is because my legs aren't there. I go, well, next year they'll be there. That was it.
Done.
Done.
Were there some names that you looked at and says, these three guys are as crazy as I am?
I at the time, I deal with what I've referred to as Goat Mountain. I went to Goat Mountain and I talked to Magic, Michael, Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, Jerry West, Oscar Robinson, Bill Russell. You know, so I would talk to them. What did you do? What were your experiences? Michael in particular.
No. One thing I'm gonna take away from that is, and I want people to take away from it is like, it's okay to go and talk to other people. You know, if you feel like there's something in some area in your life that you want to be able to change and you want to be able to get to, it's okay to talk to other people. I think some of us are so embarrassed about our past and our backgrounds and everything else that we shouldn't have been able to tell outside of our houses, or we shouldn't have been able to tell this way or that way, that we get so caught up in living in trauma that we rather live in trauma and never be able to talk about the problems or talk about the issues or talk about trying to be able to get past the conditioning. Never trying to get past the conditioning because we just rather keep it a secret, like it's something to keep. You don't have to keep a secret about something that may have felt uncomfortable that may be stopping you from getting to where it is that you want to be able to get to. You know, I think the best way to be able to get to a good future is to be able to heal your past. It's the only way you could be able to get to a bright future, by healing your past. Being able to breathe into it, understanding that you know what, it happened for a reason, and it's always a blessing inside of every lesson that is being given to us here in the universe. We have every day to be able to change. We should be thankful and be able to receive the love that we're getting from the Most High, the universe, God, whatever it is that you choose to be able to call the infinite power. I just think that you need to be able to grasp to that and be able to hold on to it, because, man, if you can be able to get out of your own way, get out of your own mind, and start using universal laws and start using the universal consciousness, you will be able to get to the level that you want to with no problem. It's like one of those things, you got to almost lose your mind. You got to become unnormal to the normal. When you start making no sense to the people in this world, and it starts making no sense to them why you are like that, and it seems like you're a little bit quirky or you off, you're a little bit different, you're on to something. Don't just try to stand out for the fact of being different. Be different because the fact that we are different. That's the only thing that separates us. And that's what makes us unique in our own right. That we are different, but we all have the same genetic makeup of beauty and love, and we come from the same source that all wants to be able to see us prosper. So on that note, when we talk about altering our mind and altering our mindsets and our conditionings, we have to then step back and understand that it's a collective unit, a collective source of power that wants us to be able to succeed. And you just have to be able to choose if you want to be a part of it or not. It's always going to be there for you because you were born in it. It's your birthright for abundance. It's your birthright to be able to have and not to be able to not want. It's your birthright. It's all about how you're talking to yourself. It's all about how you're doing all these things. It wasn't anybody else holding you down. It's you. And when we learn how to be able to take responsibility, full responsibility, we learn how to be able to alter our minds. We learn how to alter our mindsets. We alter the conditioning in our lives, and then we become a happier, more abundant, and freer person for the people that are around us and the people that love us. All right? So, on that note, you know what I'm saying? We get into our time. It's 8 o'clock, man. Another show of Just a Thought. You know what I'm saying, man? It's always a beautiful time being here with y'all, man. It's a blessing. Going into 2023. I hope that you guys have a blessed and prosperous year going forward. And to never I'll say this. When you're able to get to the place where you're just driving this car and it's all these things that's going to happen to you going along this road. It might be a fire over here on this side, a burning building over here, water going on back here, babies being done, stuff happening. Just stay focused. It's okay to be aware of what's going on around you, but it's not okay to get caught up in it. And that's when they mean it's okay to be in the world, but not of it. It's going to be a cloud. It's going to be rain. It's going to be that. But it's always sunshine and it's always light and it's always love at the end of everything that we're doing because we were born in love. We were born to manifest love. And there's nothing that the infinite power wants to be able to give to us but love and light. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk. It's up for us to receive it. It's up for us to receive it. And I believe it, you know what I'm saying? Because for years in my own mind and in my own grind, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't receive it myself. So I know how hard it is. You know, we're natural born givers. We always want to give to people. We always want to help people. We always think people are broken. But the reality of it is, if you're looking at somebody like they're broken, most likely it's you. It's you that's broken. And that's the hardest reality to deal with, that you have a conditioning that you are broken because you're going around thinking that you are helping broken people when in reality, the broken person is the one trying to help people that they think is broke. No one's broken. Everybody is perfectly fine. I can repeat that again. No one is broken. Everybody is perfectly fine. You do not have to fix anybody. All you have to do is stay focused on receiving the love that was actually given to you at birth and taking it all in and loving on it. That's the hardest thing to be able to do. And that's why we always trying to throw it around and give it to everybody else and try to give them some. But you got to breathe into your own, baby. You got to breathe into your own. Because if you can alter your mindset, and you can alter your life, you can alter the conditioning that you're going in. All right. So with that being said, man, hey, look, first of all, too, man, I want to give out a prayer to, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember his name, man, the football player for the Buffalo Bills, man. Man, tragic situation, dude. And it's a crazy situation that we are still, I think it's more crazy of a situation that we are still playing sports while this man is laying in the hospital from having almost lost his life or fighting for his life. I think it is crazy that we are still a world that wants entertainment and feed off entertainment so much that we saw it live on TV and we're still craving for it and still watching it. We are creatures of habits, creatures of conditioning, and that is just a thought, you know. So doesn't mean that I'm right, doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It's just a thought. So with that, I'll be leaving you with another Jarmel Reese joint. You know what I'm talking about? This one here, man. We gonna do this one. We gonna go back. Mugwood, you know what I'm talking about? Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reese in real life, not in fake life, because they just faking about their life. You know what I'm saying? Peace.
Paranormal vibe. I'm on a spiritual high. Too much mug work. Left my body, now I'm astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly. Yeah. I'm flying, astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly. Yeah. I'm flying, astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly.
Yeah.
I'm flying, astro fly.
Yeah.
I'm flying, astro fly.
Hey man, my soul just left my body. My soul just left my body. I'm on a spiritual high. Y'all gon' think it's Illuminati, but I'm on one. Yeah, it's like I'm on one. Yeah. Hey man, I just left myself. I'm trying to see myself. I just seen myself. Now I'm trying to meet myself. It's like I'm on one. Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm on one. Hey man, I just seen my Annie. I just seen my granny. They both just looked at me and they told me they proud of me like I'm on one. Y'all gon' think I'm on one.
I've been feeling the paranormal vibe. I'm on a spiritual high. Too much mug work. Left my body, now I'm astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly. Yeah. I'm flying, astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly. Yeah. I'm flying, astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly. Yeah. I'm flying, astro fly. I'm flying, astro fly.
Hey man, I came down on this planet and addicted to this planet. I know I got a purpose. I don't take my life for granted like I'm on one. Y'all gon' think I'm on one. Hey man, you need to find yourself. Don't listen to no one else, cause they gon' steer you wrong from what they heard from someone else. It's like I'm on one. Yeah, yeah. Y'all gon' think I'm on one. Yeah, yeah. I got my own mind. I got my own vibe. And right now I'm taking off. I think I wanna fly. It's like I'm on one. But y'all gon' think I'm on one.